things in case they might be of help to one of you. Before we start, I want to say, if spirituality is not your thing, please watch another video of mine. I am not looking for any comments, bashing any sort of belief on any video, so yeah, just respectfully. Also, I'm not trying to force my beliefs or views onto you. It's just, I just want to share this. I am not a pro whatsoever at tarot. I just enjoy doing it from time to time as a little bit of guidance. I also don't often use them for specific questions. I use them more as oracle cards if I'm setting an intention for the day. So, we're just gonna look at this beautiful deck today and look at some cards and read what's in the guidebook and just help you chill out, okay? So, the movie deck. One of my best friends had this deck and she did a reading for me, and I was so intrigued and I love the design on this, so I decided to get it too. Let's have a closer look if I can. The mic is in the way. It has this rose gold detailing. It says movie. Tarot. A hero's journey in 78 cards. Be guided by the stars. Reframe your personal tarot journey in the spirit of iconic movie legends with Movie Tarot, including a 78 card tarot deck and a booklet with guidance on interpreting the cards and conducting your own reading. Your storyline is in the cards. So, on the front you can maybe already recognize some actors. Are there any you recognize? This is David Bowie from the movie Labyrinth. This is Morgan Freeman from Shawshank Redemption. This is Uma Thurman in Kill Bill. I know, not the SZA song, but the movie. And this is the amazing Winona Ryder in Beetlejuice. Here we have Jake Gyllenhaal and Donnie Darko, I think that is. Here it says, be guided by the stars. And here on the back, it has the text that I just read. It's illustrated by Natalie Foss. The text is by Diana McMahon Collis, and the concept and design is by Mylene Moses. And here you see Katniss Everdeen, Jennifer Lawrence, The Hunger Games. We get, is the E portrayed by, this is not the, anyway, this is Willy Wonka, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, I forgot the actor's name. And this is Will Smith in Men in Black. So, I love film, and so this deck really resonated with me, and the design is gorgeous. So let's open the box. I think I'll talk about how much I love the design throughout the whole video, so I'm sorry. I think if you were with me in person, you would be like, yes. It begins with the guidebook. I love the colors as well, this soft pinks and focusing on bold colors, patterns, and emotions. Her inspiration is found in everyday life, from thoughts and experiences and ups and downs, to people, music, subcultures, fashion, patterns, light, shadows, and other observations. Can it focus? Nope. Okay. Her clients include Penguin Random House, Little White Lies, Stylist France, Planet Rock, Wired UK, and BBC. Oh, Penny pop off. Also, if it's going to move around slightly, we're on my bed, so you move, I move. Diana McMahon-Collis has studied and practiced tarot for over 30 years, and in 2001 co-founded the Tarot Association of the British Isles. She's provided tarot talks and client readings as a consultant at Chumney Forest Mere Health Resort, and offers a professional email / astrology / tarot service through the website mindbliss.com.uk and via the Circle of Professional Clairvoyance. She has written articles, columns, and reviews for a wide range of outlets and has collaborated on several books since graduating in film, drama, and English from Reading University. Cinema consultants Kathleen Gillian Fernandez, Diana Sorelli, and Chris van der Kai are a collective of movie-obsessed critics, authors, and writers. So, when you open the guidebook, it has an instruction here, with a little bit of history about the tarot in general. According to historians, the complete 78 card format we see today first emerged during the 15th century in northern Italy. I'm just picking out random sentences here, but while tarot art styles diversified from the early 20th century, the Marseille designs have remained a staple among the 22 major cards. Index keen to preserve simplicity alongside beauty, the clean lines of traditional Marseille patterns featured across all the cards. The cards in the movie tarot deck feature some of the most iconic characters from the world of film, each one embodying the qualities of the archetype they represent. Tarot readers of all levels of experience will find it easy to use these archetypes in their interpretation, since they display familiar human characteristics and often behave in a recognizable way when attempting to traverse conflicts and reach their desired outcomes. Let's see. So here it has some more background story that I'm not going to be reading right now. Also, if you are just beginning your spiritual journey or anything like that, I want you to know that this is my point of view, okay? But for me personally, spirituality is not about how many tarot decks I own and how often I play cards and how many crystals I have and if I charge them right in the full moon, if I use my pendulum or stuff like that. For me, spirituality is love, it's connection, it's guiding me through life, keeping my feet on the ground and keep me feeling love in the world. And yeah, I don't know where I was going with that, but I just want you to know that do not feel any pressure to own tarot cards and to this is just all, I view this as something just fun, and if I am, like I said, I use them as intention cards, so I like to have a little bit of a reminder. How I go about it is usually at night. I have some journaling moment. Saying this, I haven't done it in a few weeks, so it really depends on what you need, on what your soul needs, right? But I would journal and reflect on my day and set intentions for my next day, and that's when I would pick an oracle card and a tarot card, and I don't know, I really liked having that little reminder, and I would put them on my windowsill, so I look at them the second I wake up, and throughout the day I see them lying there, and they're just good little reminders, and they're sometimes very insightful and not about the topic that you thought you'd be thinking about that day, but then, I don't know, spirit has its ways. So, here they have some suggestions on how to do the tarot readings. So, the one that I do, I would say, is the Daily Focus 1-card reading. You could pick your card with a question in mind, perhaps addressing a specific situation you will face that day, or just ask for general insight. So that's what I do. And then they go through all the cards. absolutely stunning, and I love the color scheme on these so much, and I love the sun, and the card the sun, and God, that was such a little special moment because, yeah, I won't get into that too much because it's a little bit private to share, but my grandma has a lot of significance in my life still, and to give some kind of insight into how I view things, I've seen a therapist for a very long time who deals with a lot of generational trauma issues as well, because if you look into all that, this is just how I see things, so keep it in mind. You carry about 7 generations worth of trauma in you. Now that doesn't mean that will be will cause problems for you in your life now, but there could be things that come up, things you deal with, and me and my grandma have always been very connected, and there was some unresolved things that I've had to work through, if that makes sense. It all sounds very abstract, but it's not really in the day-to-day life. I mean, yeah, I don't know. So, she's been very near me, and getting that card, and there are other things in my daily life that have happened that I'm like, let's see you, and it's okay to let me go, to let each other go, and that's something I've been working on recently, and it's been very helpful. But, okay, yeah, that was a very, very vague story, but if you ever want to hear more about these kinds of subjects, definitely let me know, because I love to do a sit-down chat, but I need some kind of talking points or guidelines as to what you'd be interested in and what you want to hear, because I can ramble about therapy and trauma and show and tell.